What's up, Epic 7? Well, the new Flan has just been demoed, and my god, does she look fun. But that begs a question. If you can only have one, do you pick Gala Lilias or do you pick the new Flan? Well, that's a tricky question. I want to go over a couple of things. First of all, the new Flan looks really fun, and though her dual attack capabilities might find its way into PvE in some way, shape, or form, it's an unknown and untested quantity. Her damage doesn't look to be that good, and I'm not sure how usable in PvE she will be. She looks like a fantastic aggro and potentially even cleave unit. She looks like a lot of fun to use, and I'm certainly pulling for her because, damn. But Gala Lilias is a known quantity. Although her PvP usages have fallen away a little bit, she is still super strong in PvE in a lot of different areas. I mean, in expeditions, though it's not out yet, eventually the water expedition will be back, and she is definitely usable in the water expedition. I'm curious to see if I'll be able to solo it with her. I think I will be able to. So you've got that going for you. For those of you struggling with Katie's, she is an avenue to one of the easiest Katie's one-shot teams. I mean, just take a look at the damage that my girl does here. Now given, this is on attack boots instead of speed boots, but you can certainly run this on a standard DP, a standard PvP Gala, but look at this. First stage boss, pop, gone. Think you're going to be able to do this with Flan? I don't think so. So, yeah, there's a lot of places we're going to be able to use Gala Lilias that we might not be able to use Flan in. I think if you're a newer player, she's got a lot higher value to you as a unit. But here's the thing. Gala has had her second banner. And for those of you who don't know, this is how it works. Every once in a while, we get a custom group summon. These happen usually about once every 9 months, so we're kind of coming up on it being due for a new group custom summon. And the way a group summon works is you can pick any 3 units in the game. Limited, non-limited, doesn't matter. Any 3 RGB units in the game, as long as they're not collaboration units, guys, no collab units. But you can pick these 3 units and you can create a banner with these 3 units. And you can summon, and if you get a 5-star, it's guaranteed to be randomly one of those 3 units. And after you do 120 summons, you'll have enough currency available where you can select. Well, not so much select, but use those coins to purchase one of those 5-star units. So the hope is that you pick 3 units you want, and you maybe get 1 or 2 of them on the way to pity. And when you get to pity, that 120th summon, you can use those 120 currency to buy whichever one you didn't want. But it's a guaranteed way to get the unit. Since Lilias has had her second banner, you'll be able to add her to those custom summons. And we'll probably have one of those custom summons, I would say, in the next 3 to 4 months, probably, right? Sometime between November and March, definitely. Most likely January range, February at the latest. You'll see a custom group summon pop up, and you could get your Lilias that way. Flan, however, this is her first banner. That means you will not be able to select her because the rules of a custom group summon is they have to have had at least 2 banners. So if you miss Flan, you'll probably have to wait an entire year to get Flan again for her rerun and then be able to custom shop her. So that's a consideration that maybe you have as a collector, as somebody who doesn't want to miss out, as somebody that FOMO really matters to you. You can decide to go ahead and get Flan, put Gala Lilias on hold, and pick up Gala Lilias at the next custom summon banner. But from a new player standpoint, I'm not sure Flan is going to bring a lot to the table for a new player. We won't know until we see her tested, and unfortunately by then it'll be too late. Gala's banner will be gone. One leaves when the other shows up. There's no overlap, so you don't get any time to really see how one plays and make an informed decision. You have to decide, I'm going to go in on Gala or I'm going to go in on Flan. And without seeing all of the potential uses for Flan, I think for newer players, I would recommend picking up Gala. Just because of how useful she is in lots of different PvE. And if Flan works out for you, you luck sack into one, that's great. But for people who are looking to get into RTA, who are looking at pushing harder in arena than they have been, potentially finding some Guild War uses, I think in those areas we might see Flan more usable than Gala. Might. Depends how she pans out, but her kit looks very, very good and very, very interesting, and I'm excited to play her. But if you can only pick one or the other, you got to decide where you are in the game and what's important to you. The conservative way to play is just to let Gala go and pick her up on the next group summon and then pick up Flan. But probably the most immediate payout reward way to play is Gala will probably immediately bring more usefulness to your account with how she's used in various aspects of the game, from early RTA, a little bit in Guild Wars, to farming Katie's, to being used in expeditions, to being really, really solid in Nightmare Raid, several Abyss floors. She's got a lot of uses outside of PvP, whereas Flan, unless we can find a way to really maximize her dual attacks, I'm not sure she's going to be super useful in PvE. We'll have to see. We'll have to tinker around and play. So I hope that helps you guys out. It's really a tough call on which one to pick up. Gala Lilias is absolutely gorgeous, and so is Flan. And trying to pick between the two, man, that hurts. That genuinely hurts. The interesting thing about Flan and Gala Lilias is they want very similar gear, right? They both need 0 crit chance, so you can build them with literally minimal crit chance because both of them always crit, which is going to make both of them very good into units like, you know, Landy or anybody that spams anti-crit. They both want a lot of attack and a lot of crit damage. Both of them want speed, though I think you can run Flan slower. I think you can get away with your Flan running around 240-ish, 245-ish speed. 25% CR push is massive. So she's going to be able to CR push herself up quite a bit from those single target attacks. They both have an attack imprint. Flan could use effectiveness where it's useless on Gala, right? Because Flan's going to want to be able to stick defense breaks. Even though her soul burn lets you ignore ER, it's still kind of nice to not have to use the souls. So they want similar gear, and that's a consideration too with getting both, is make sure you have the gear to handle both. Now Flan is a Gemini Ranger Zodiac sign, so if you want to find units that are like Flan, just look for units that have the same Zodiac sign. Bomb Model Kana is probably the easiest one to get because almost everybody has her since she's free through connections, but you could also look at Pirate Captain Flan, Briar Witch Assaria, Faithless Litica, whatever gear you put on these units, if you put this exact same gear on Flan, she will have the exact same stats. So it'll let you try to maybe build it before you buy it. A lot of times the deciding factor for me in whether or not I pull a unit is whether or not I can build it. Long story short, Gala's a known quantity. She's good in many aspects of the game. We know what she can do. She's endured for a long time. She is a solid asset to have here on your account. The only thing that makes me hesitate in saying get Gala over Flan is that group summons are in the near future and you can pick up a Gala that way down the road. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section what your opinion is, whether you think Gala is a must-have unit and you should skip Flan, or whether you think Flan is a must-have unit and you should pick her up. Have a great rest of your day, Epic 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.